It's been a while since we spoke about Figma Make, but last week, Figma released Make Kits and Attachments, which are new ways to bring more context and accuracy into what you vibe code with Make. In this video, I'm going to show you how to leverage the new Make Kits as well as the attachment feature. I will also demo to you some results to give you the opportunity to explore it for yourself and see how it compares with the recent competition. In a world where Claude, OpenAI, and every possible AI tool is competing for accuracy, where does Figma Make fit in this list of available tools? Is it really going to serve you and get you where you want? So let's get started. First of all, let's talk about what are Make Kits and how do they add value to you. You will find in the description a link to the Figma Learn documentation about Make Kits and all the details that you may need. But let me talk to you experientially. Figma Make has been out since last year. Many of us have jumped to use it. I was one of the first people to jump into it, dive into the capabilities and possibility. And very slowly, we kind of stopped because the limitations were very obvious from the very beginning. It was just good for me during the discovery phase to be able to ideate something from scratch as a vibe design tool. The advantage of it is right there in Figma for us. And that's definitely very worthwhile and useful. As designers, we are comfortable in Make. It has a friendly interface. It's something that we know. However, the results were not that great. I created a tutorial back in November 2025 last year where I literally show you a mobile app prototype. How I try to do it the traditional way with Figma Make versus the actual Figma Make, what it generates with it. And accuracy was definitely a problem. So, experientially, what kits are trying to do, they are fighting for accuracy, to give you more accuracy in the work that you do as a designer, especially in a world where designers are now having to use tools like Claude and OpenAI because that's where their teams are heading. So, in that fight for Figma to stay relevant, they've added more context to Figma Make, allowing you to do these attachments and UI kits. And I love that. I am rooting for Figma, but let's see what's actually going to happen. Now, before we get started, it's important for me to call out because I always get these questions. Right now, this is available only on full seats and paid plans like enterprise or organization, and it is slowly rolling out for everybody. I've been waiting for it since the announcement, and I just received it yesterday. And it is not available on education plans yet. So when this rolls out for you, how it will look like is you will open a Figma Make file and you will see two things that are slightly different. Right here in the corner, this new icon, if you hover on it, it says select a Make Kit. But another way to get started is in your settings. If you click on settings, you will have this new option available for you that will say create a kit. And the goal is whatever you create, you're going to publish and it will be available to anybody on your team to create with it. Now, Figma has added this Astra demo kit. They showed a demo with it and it looks wonderful, but I want us to go past that. Let's start by creating our own kit that's relevant to you. If you have your own design system, you can follow along and try to add the kit. So clicking here, I will start with creating a kit. Here you have this onboarding explanation where it's saying give your team the pieces needed for on-brand prototyping. Bundle production code, library styles, and guidelines into ready-to-use Figma Make Kit. Now, this is what's worthwhile to call out. Figma Make Kits allows you not just to drag your own Figma files, but also to drag NPM packages, which means code from your developers. So if you do have a live design system where your developers have already created the codes, the components, this would be a fantastic place where you would bring them. There's two options, assemble a kit and start from scratch. If you were to click on assemble a kit, it gives you access to some of the things that you have. Here also you can select libraries and you will see the different libraries that may be available to your team. While we're in it here too, if you click on the settings, you see you have access to integrations with GitHub, Subbase, Figma NPM registry. Again, where you can pull more things. And start from scratch right away gives us this empty page. I'm going to select the library that I want. And the reason I want to focus on bringing a design file and not an NPM package is very a few of you designers out there are going to be using NPM packages. The advantage of Figma Make is it's available to designers who don't necessarily have a technical background. We want to create something with our library styles and be able to generate something valuable that we can share with our developers and our teams. Or even further, a design system designer might want to publish this Figma Make kit so that other people's on their team can actually use it. So once we've done that, you will see right here, it's saying it's creating the kit. And it is the step number 1 out of 4. You can see the progress happening here. Of course, it's taking some time to import the styles, but you can also see that it's updating your folder and file structure right here. And now I can see importing library styles happened. Now it's asking me to provide more instructions. So this is optional because again, they're aware they're dealing with designers, but in this case, if your whole team is planning to use Make, this is where you can provide more context from your developers. So this could be a .md file like we use for skills in Claude. So it's more a markdown that would guide Make how to work with things. Figma Make generated guidelines.md, components.md. So I want you to become familiar that this .md extension means markdown because you're going to need to use it whichever AI tool you're choosing to work with. Markdown is how you would give more context to your AI to be able to work with you. So in this case, I'm not going to give more guidelines, but if you had NPM packages, if you had any guidelines from your developers, this would be a place where you could give that. I'm going to click on next. And now the step that we're in is a test step where it's asking us to test everything so that you can refine your kit before you actually publish it and make it available to your team. Let's use a chat to start testing. I prepared a prompt that I want us to use. So I'm going to say, using the attached design system, build an onboarding dashboard that shows a user's progress, recent activity, and next recommended action. So let's look at what was created. I do have a dashboard. It is showing our user's progress, recent activity, and some next recommended actions. Let's verify how true and accurate that is. Now, this is the library that I gave it. If you actually look at my variables, my primary color is very different. I mean, one of its shades is this 800 that it probably used. I could have been more specific when I prompted it, but if I come back to my typography, it did seem to match what I have going on. I'm not sure yet, but this is good enough for us to publish this kit. I will click on Publish Kit right here. When you click Publish, of course, it will prompt you to move it to a team and a folder that you're working with. You will also be prompted to upload some kind of a thumbnail. So whatever your cover is, you can probably export that and use it. I'll upload the image and I will publish it. And now I get this message, your kit is ready to use. Others can now add it to new or existing Figma Make files. You can also create templates with this kit. You also have the option to unpublish it or to use it in a new file. So clicking here will open a new Figma Make file where my kit is already selected. There's a green check mark in the kit option. Let me see if I were to start a new Figma Make file, if this is going to be available for me in the kits. When I select it, yes, you will see Nehmat's Design Brand Guideline Kit is available for me to use. So here, to give this the best possible try that I can, I am making my prompt well structured. This is what I've showed you in previous Figma Make tutorials. If you give it better guidance and guardrails, definitely you're more likely to get better results. So I've used Claude Chat to actually refine my prompt, telling it what I wanted. I told it to create a Figma Make prompt for me. I will add the CSV file for onboarding users. And to show you what this file contains, it's basically a list of users with numbers, sign up dates, some data about these users when they onboarded. Let's see what we will get. Okay, here you go. I am looking at the dashboard that I got. My immediate take is this is definitely not using my UI kit. I don't have this blue anywhere or any of those colors. Just to show you, these are the colors that I'm saying. And if I go back to my prompt to make sure the prompt did not mess it up, in my visual style, I said, use the primary blue from my kit for progress bars. Use the secondary purple from my kit for the next recommended action. That's the whole purpose of the kit, right? I'm referring directly to what is called primary and secondary, and the expectation is that it's going to use it. The very reason I attached the kit is to get that context. I don't think the fonts are matching, the colors are matching, none of it is matching. So, a detailed prompt has gotten me better accuracy in terms of what I'm trying to create. I can definitely see the data was used. So, the file upload thingy, that's great. That's working very well, but not the kit itself. Or at least Figma Make still does not understand that I'm referring to the kit, but my kit is also attached, so there's no excuse here. Like I said, I am definitely rooting for Figma. I still think there are designers who need Figma Make because it is in their environment, they're familiar with it. It's way more user friendly than having to leverage Claude, for example, or setting it up. I'm not deterring you from that. You absolutely need to grow towards that. What I'm saying is, I still find value in Figma Make, but the results are not great right now. I don't think the kits are working so well. I've tried this with my actual design system at work, and what was generated had nothing to do with the design system. So I can say that at this stage, and mind you, I just got access to it. Many of you have not received access. So Figma is aware of kinks, which I'm sure they're trying to iron out. But on the day of recording this video, Figma Make Kits is not doing what it's supposed to do. The Figma attachment, it's perfect, it's good, it is adding context. Now, as always in my videos, I invite you to test for yourself. Do not just listen to somebody giving you a tutorial and just take their word for it. That's why I showed you the how. I want you to try it yourself. I've gone as far as using the same prompt with Figma Make and in Claude, and the results are not comparable. Like, the results I get with Claude are so much better. I can't show you this right now because it's something that I'm doing within my work. But here's my invitation for you. Let's keep trying this. If Figma Make is something that you like, hopefully they will improve it. I would love to know your feedback when you tried it. Did it work for you? Did it take the context of your design system? If you have access to NPM packages, use them by any means, but I don't think Figma Make is the place for developers. It's more for designers who find the comfort of being in Figma. So your library needs to work. Your library needs to be enough context for Figma Make to generate things. I would love to know what works for you. If you want to stay informed of the latest happening in our industry and my experience with it as I go through it in real work situations and workflows, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also to select the all notifications so you can stay informed of every video as soon as I release it. I'm making sure to stay on top of all the crazy releases happening in our industry. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.